Okay, students, so this is going to be an overview for part 3, the Franks in Europe. There's a couple more questions on this one. So question 5 says, in your own words, what do you think the reading was mostly about? So that's that topic question, right, that we talked about in class and I mentioned in the last video. What was the topic? Who did you learn about? Like what kind of people or persons? 6 is, what are some important details from the section above? Cite evidence, quote a sentence directly from the text above. Use the sentence starter according to the text it states. Obviously, we didn't get to breakout groups, so you can ignore that purple sentence. So you're looking for 3 key details, right? Once you identify the topic, you really want to make sure that your details are focused on that topic. Then 7, look at those details, maybe reread the text, and identify and cite a sentence from the text above for the central idea of the passage. Quote a sentence from the text above, directly from the text. Make sure you use that sentence starter. So that's going to be the central idea, right? So that's going to be, this sentence will tell me, it's going to summarize, right? It's going to tell me what the section will be about. And then 8, I just want you guys, I want to see what you guys are thinking, right? So this is actually this should say question 7. The reason it said 9 is I took out some earlier questions because I didn't want to give you guys too much. So all 4 of these questions have to do with the section up here, the Franks in Europe. 5 and 8 are in your own words, right? In your own words, in your own words. 6 and 7 directly from the text. So the Franks in Europe. The Franks were the strongest Germanic group. They settled what is now France and Western Germany. In 1481, Clovis became king of the Franks. 15 years later, he became the first Germanic ruler to accept Catholic Christianity. Before long, nearly all the Franks became Catholic. That's kind of interesting because Fresno is right next to a city called Clovis. And I've tried to look into this in the past. I do not think there's any relation. I do not think that they named the city for this Germanic king. So after Clovis died, Frankish kings lost much of their power. By 700, power had passed from kings to government officials known as mayors of the palace. So that was like an advisor. Like our president has a vice president. You can think of the mayors of the palace as like the vice president that would advise the king. In 1714, Charles Martel, or Charles the Hammer, became mayor of the palace. The Pope, who was head of the Catholic Church, gave Martel his support. Martel and the Pope wanted to restore order and strengthen Catholic Christianity and the lands of the old Western Roman Empire. Martel wanted to stop the spread of Islam into Europe. By the early 700s, Muslims from North Africa had conquered Spain and entered France. In 732, Charles Martel defeated the Muslim at the Battle of Tours. This battle stopped the advance of Islam into Western Europe and also ensured that Christianity would remain Western Europe's major religion. So if I think about what the text is mostly about for this one, what the topic is, think about, because we're talking about a couple different leaders here, right? We heard about Clovis, we heard about Charles Martel, we heard about the Pope. Think about what group it's mostly focused on here. What group is mostly focused on? So I would say that would be for number 5. Think about what group. You can pause the video here and answer number 5. So 6, once you identify that topic, which I hope you guys maybe said something about the Franks or the leaders of the Franks, that would be a good topic, right? You're going to find some more details about them and their different leaders, okay? So think about what are some things that give you details about the Franks. If that's going to be your topic, let me know some more things about these people. Who were they? What kind of things did they do? Try to focus on positive things, right? Because I want to know what kind of accomplishments they did. And then in the central idea, I would suggest probably focusing on Charles Martel. He's a very important ruler, and I don't see a sentence up here that really summarizes both leaders. So look for information about Charles Martel for your central idea.